In a right-wing conservative revolt, the U.S. House of Representatives have now ousted House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Removing the House Speaker from his chair is the final strike after months of simmering tensions between Kevin McCarthy and right-wingers of his own party. Hard-right Congressman Matt Gaetz led a revolt against McCarthy where he accused McCarthy of making secret side deals with Joe Biden in an unprecedented showdown. McCarthy has become the first U.S. House Speaker to be removed from his job. Kevin McCarthy was on his chair for 9 months and triggered the Republicans for the worst last weekend. McCarthy collaborated with House Democrats to avoid a government shutdown in the United States, fueled by anger of U.S. aid pouring into war-torn Ukraine. Republicans have finally toppled McCarthy. The historic voting ousted the lower chamber leader by 216 to 210. As of now, the move is being termed as a vote of chaos. And now the Republicans wish to pitch Donald Trump as the new House Speaker.
Doing the right thing isn't always easy, but it is necessary. I don't regret standing up for choosing governance over grievance. It is my responsibility. It is my job. I do not regret negotiating. Our government is designed to find compromise. I don't regret my efforts to build coalitions and find solutions. I was raised to solve problems, not create them. So I may have lost a vote today, but as I walk out of this chamber, I feel fortunate to have served the American people. I believe I can continue to fight, maybe in a different manner. I will not run for Speaker again. I'll have the conference pick somebody else.
On this vote, the yeas are 216, the nays are 210. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
Let's try and get in a sense of perspective, and for that, let me bring in Corinne Clark, who's a Republican strategist and joining me live on this newscast. Thank you so much, Corinne, for joining in. Now, with McCarthy ousted, the big question that, of course, is now making news is, can Donald Trump find himself a new place in the grand old party, that as the House Speaker? As we already know that Republicans are pitching him to take this seat, and if that actually happens, how will that turn out?
Well, that would be certainly be interesting. I would love to watch that happen. I don't think that that is going to be the case. I think Donald Trump has a lot on his plate right now with his presidential run. I don't think that he's seeking the speakership. I know he has been nominated by a few members, and he did say he's open to it, but it seems more casual, like a joke to me. But he would be a great speaker. I would be happy to have him in that role. And it's important to note that our Constitution does allow us to have a speaker that is not a member of the House, and we haven't done that, and that's something that we could explore that might offer some new opportunities for certain legislative victories that we have never seen because of the deal making that happens with Congress functioning under business as usual as it has for the past few years.
You know, what's also sort of taken the back seat is the whole news about the looming shutdown. McCarthy joined hands with Democrats, and that, of course, led to his downfall from his House Speaker's position. So what happens to the looming shutdown eventually? There is still November 17 as the deadline, where there will be a freeze on funding for the government. Whether that will be or not, do throw light on that aspect.
Yeah, I think it is the downfall of Kevin McCarthy, but he happens to be a victim more of this environment and this ongoing politics as usual. We're so tired of that. And we do see in November 17th, we'll probably face another shutdown. And that's something that happens, every couple of years now in America, because our Congress does not pass a balanced budget. They do not think it's important to actually have these guidelines laid out, so they function on this piecemeal legislation and kick the can down the road, and the problem continues to snowball into this bigger issue. Kevin McCarthy didn't stop that from happening. He's not the first one who let it happen, but I think the American people are demanding that we have somebody who changes that, who actually gets something done, who puts their foot down and says, you know, this is the deal. This is our budget. We are going to function as the body that our Constitution meant us to. And hopefully our next speaker will do that.
Corinne, there's also a fear for the Grand Old Party that now that McCarthy has been toppled, of course, the reason was that he supported the Democrats. Is there a slim chance of Democrats sending the House back into chaos?
I mean, I think it is in chaos. We've been functioning in chaos for a number of years, and that is kind of the problem.
Right, but a prolonged period of chaos is what perhaps I wanted to ask.
Yes, I think that we are making a lot of this vote as if having a speaker somehow prevented America and Congress from being in chaos. But the truth is that we have just functioned in some kind of form of organized chaos for decades. We haven't had a real budget. We haven't had real leadership in a very long time. And I think that is chaos. And we might have had somebody sitting in this position, but it wasn't preventing the House from being chaotic. It is absolutely chaotic, and it has been for a long time.
Right. Also, let's talk about the other candidates like Steve Scalise, also Kevin McCarthy, and Jim Jordan, who might be next in the line to replace this open position of House Speaker. Does Donald Trump have an edge over them, and why so?
I don't think so, just because Congress likes to function how it likes to function, and they make their alliances there. I don't think Donald Trump has an edge, though I would certainly love to see it. I think that Scalise and Emmer and Hearn are going to face similar issues that Kevin McCarthy did. Their alliances that have been formed in Congress are really based on this old model that America is clearly rejecting. We want a new era of politics. I think Jim Jordan threads that needle between those establishment Republicans and the Donald Trump wing of the party. He's very well respected by his colleagues, but he does not give in. He does not compromise, and he gets to the bottom of the issues that he determines are a priority, and I think he would be a great speaker.